We are an urban winery. There's been urban wineries in the past, but we're just following that model where we're bringing grapes from an area that's outside the city. We source our fruit from Sonoma and Napa and Lake County, Mendocino, Paso Robles. We try to bring in super high quality fruit and process it here near the beach where it's like humid and cool and where all the people are. So one thing that's kind of a innovative part of the urban winery model is that we're going from grapes all the way to the glass. In some ways we're acting like a restaurant or a bar, like a wine bar would. I've been making wine since 1998, and before that I was brewing for about 6 years. So I was making beer through the 90s, and I started to develop an interest in wine, and that's developed into making 1 barrel of wine or 2 barrels, and then eventually now we're making a couple hundred barrels of wine every year, and it's all pretty much sold out of the tasting room. When I switched over to wine, I never went back to beer, and maybe that was a mistake because the breweries have blown up so much, but I've really enjoyed this. The wine business is really brings a lot of culture together, everything from the land and farmers to food and restaurants, and it brings a lot of culture to my life, but I'm hoping I bring a lot of culture to the community. So we get a lot of people that come in and they participate in our bottling or our crushes. So that's something we're doing like right down here on the street. People see us doing it and they can come in and participate and volunteer or whatever, just to learn stuff. Well, everyone comes in and they kind of melt, like whether you're a woman or a guy, you're like, oh, well, look at all these barrels, and this is great. I want to have my wedding here. I want to have my rehearsal dinner party here, my 50th birthday, et cetera, et cetera. So all of a sudden I'm in the event business. This weekend we're going to do this barrel tasting party. It's a Bordeaux blending barrel tasting party, and the customers are actually going to be able to make their own Bordeaux blends from the barrels that we have of the 5 Bordeaux varietals. We'll have music here, and Red Oven Pizza will be here doing Napoleano style pizzas. So we have this thing on the back of our label that says that our wines are made with love and gratitude. We make a really nice Sauvignon Blanc from Lake County, it's north of Napa. We make a Russian River Chardonnay from a famous vineyard called Bacigalupi. We make a rosé, a Pinot Noir rosé, which was inspired by a trip to New Zealand. And on the reds, we make all the different 5 major Bordeaux varietals. We make Syrah, Grenache. We do Zin, 2 different Zins, 2 different Syrahs, 3 different cabs. Tempranillo, Barbera, Sangiovese, Nebbiolo. We make a lot of wine. We sell about 4,000 cases a year. A lot of it's poured here. One of our slogans is bringing grapes to the people, so that's kind of what we do.